There's obviously a lot of different units there. Field goal extra points been really good for us. Punt has been a strength for us. Kickoff has been we've had some good games, had some bad games. They were, a big part of the reason we won at Oregon State. We've had 2 games here as of late where we haven't played the level we need to on kickoff. Field position hasn't been very good. Punt return's been solid. We hadn't had a ton of opportunities in the few realistic return opportunities we had. We haven't had some great kicks. We had a chance to get some yards the other day, and we didn't feel the kick well. And then kick return up to this point has been a disappointment. So I think I ran the gamut there.
Yeah. What do you recall from Coach Ebert most?
He's a good player, fun player. Under recruited guy that came in. Was a smart player. No shock to see that he's coaching. He comes from a coaching family. That was a really good coach. Very athletic family, and just a very tough, dependable player. We had a great run there. No surprise to see that he's in coaching and doing it at a high level.
What's the nuance for Coach Chris on that offense?
Well, I think he's done a good job of marrying it to what the quarterback does well. And he's got a good player there. He's obviously been able to have continuity with this guy, and you see that Eric's a smart enough coach. He's got an understanding of what his guy can do well and how can he maximize those plays. So he does a good job. Looks like he gives this guy some freedom to use some of his natural-born athleticism and make plays. And it's a good system. It's a tough system to stop with that combination of what they run and the quarterback making it go.
Where does Justin
He's better. I mean, he's better. It was good that we were able to hold him. Where that leaves us, we'll see. I mean, we'll keep evaluating them throughout the week. We're trying to be smart. I mean, obviously we love for them to be able to play, but then the flip side of it is we got a lot of season left, and you got to be smart with him. And obviously, if he's not out there, it's not just he didn't break a toe. So yeah.
I know there was some question about just generally the depth on the offensive line as the season started. How are you feeling just in general about that situation?
Well, I like some of the things we've done behind the scenes. I feel like some of those guys, are developing. Gino being able to come in there and play for us was a big deal. I feel like Mason, Millick, some of those guys behind the scenes, Cooper. I feel like some of those guys are really getting better and improving. So, I think we're in a good direction. The lucky thing is we've stayed in terms of, we've had some of the deals with some of the guys that play, but in terms of backups, we've stayed pretty healthy. So behind the scenes, you guys haven't seen it all. Behind the scenes, they've been able to get a lot of reps, and they're taking advantage of us.
Wazoo's second nationally in tackles for loss. What do they do that makes them so effective there? What's the message to the line this week?
They do a lot like what our defense does. They're aggressive up front. They move enough to cause you problems. They're single gap, very vertical, they're very and then they're also linebackers are very, very active. Safeties are active, and they fly around and cause a lot of havoc. And do a really nice job of it. So. Yeah, I mean, you got to be on your game assignment-wise. You got to understand that this game can look a lot different than Arizona State, which was a little bit more of a, I wouldn't say pro style, but a little bit more of a two-gap type system at times. And so it's a challenge, right? Your mistakes are going to be TFLs against those guys.
You talked about Clay McGuire and him giving you his assessment of Justin Edich when you got here. Was he someone play that you kind of leaned on early for not getting
I talked to him a few times about it. I did. Just being somebody I know and trust and respect. I talked to him when I first got here, and he was not only great with some of the roster, and just it was cool to see his assessment of the place. Right, when you get in new, everybody wants to tell you what's been good and what's been bad, and the reality is you appreciate all their. You appreciate everybody's want to help, but you don't trust because you haven't been in the foxhole with him. I've been in the foxhole with him, and I know what kind of coach he is, what kind of person he is. So his assessment, not only the roster, but just living here and just so much. Like he was very, very helpful, and he's a great friend. I got a lot of really good friends in this side.
Obviously, Caleb showed a lot of ability to escape in terms of scrambling, but any concern that he's maybe scrambling a little too much?
No, some of it was designed and taken that. We had a couple that obviously weren't designed. We got to do better, but I mean, that's the kind of player he is, you know, and that's great if the pocket's clean all day. That's fine, but I mean, in modern day college football, that doesn't happen very often. It doesn't happen in the pros as much, and that's why you're seeing, I think, the influx of guys that give you that ability. They can make those things happen. So, you know, for him, as the OC, as head coach, yeah, you want to see it all clean and perfect all the time. But as a quarterback coach, you gotta make the plays that are there, right? And sometimes it's a perfect clean pocket, it would work, and at times it's not. We got to be able to improvise and know what we want to do there as well.
What did the film show about the penalties from Saturday, specifically maybe the defensive pass interference?
A couple that were absolutely the right call, where we got too handsy. A couple that were really, really close. It could have gone either way, and if we had it to do over, we would tell our guy to do exactly the same thing that he did. In our opinion, was awesome coverage. And that's part of it, right? Those bang plays are going to go your way sometimes, right? The flip side of it was, I thought, you know, the pass interference they called on the deep ball to Addison that we saw the underthrew. I mean, that wasn't pass interference probably, right? And again, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just those are bang plays. You're going to get some that go your way, some that not. What you can't have are the egregious ones where we get out of position or we just totally abandon our technique. And we had, I think, 2 of those that really showed up that we got to do better on.
Just before.
Was that one of the reasons why before he would come back in the game, that holding call was that egregious?
No. Honestly, that one wasn't. You know, no. We felt like Bobby at that point through the half was playing just a little bit better, and so we made the decision to stick with him and then to just see how the half played out. And we got kind of a run offensively, and we just stayed with him. So, no, I've been in enough of these. Early in my career, if a guy had one bad play like that, I probably would have yanked him and not put him back in just on emotion. Like, I'm not going to yank a guy off one play, you know, especially a guy that's playing a lot of snaps for us. And Courtland's played a lot as a good player. And he's getting healthier and better as he gets back. So he'll continue to be a good player.
Thank you, Coach Riley.
Thanks.